tribes coming into our neck of the village, and they come in, they fellowship in real life. We got the one and only Leon in the building.
Hey,
we
how
got
you
Drew
doing?
Sadora in
What's
the building.
up, DC?
We got the one and only Little Mo in the building.
Hey, what's prepping?
Girl. And respectively, Keith. Leon, you're gonna play Keith. I'm already calling you Keith because I like
It's
the way
good.
it rolls off my tongue.
I like to be called my character name.
Drew Sadora, you will be giving us Stoney.
You already know, Stoney in the building.
So y'all got kids.
We got to do a couple kisses.
Ow!
You gonna
We
lay it
talk
on
about
me.
that in a little bit. And you were playing Frankie Mo.
Collusion.
Listen. And you keep putting that on Twitter and stuff.
You know the vibes. Because you know that's a big word. You be like, people can't even spell collusion. So I can't wait to say that part.
Let's just talk about stepping into these iconic roles.
Yeah.
Did any of you reach out to the folks you're playing like, listen,
I did.
I want to do you some justice here.
I had
Can-
Vivica
should I
yesterday.
shivel? Should I shake? Should I shimmy? You spoke to Vivica?
Yeah, yesterday I was like, listen, I'm playing Frankie in the play, and I need your blessing. She was like, make it do what it do, sis. You got this. I was like, all right, auntie. Like, I love Viv, but it's just like watching that movie. And how is that movie? Like 23 years old?
Yep.
So the millennials, you know, they have to get into it. So the play is coming and they shooting the movie again. But everybody doing their thing. Don't ever sleep. Oh yeah. Everybody's professional.
I like how you slid that in. They shooting a movie of what?
Set it off, too.
I know that, but I just want y'all to see that I wasn't lying about it. And wanted y'all to hear from some horses that y'all may trust more than mine. That is so dope for Drew and Leon. How about you? Like, did you go back and look at the movie?
Oh, absolutely.
To try to...
Absolutely. Put me in that mindset, you know, of what we were about to embark upon, because it is an iconic role. So I'm honored, honestly, to take on that story. And it's so prevalent even in today and what we're talking about with just the police brutality. And I love that it's women empowerment. You're seeing strong Black women and the struggles and what is really happening still today. Like she said, it's 23 years ago.
And the fact that you look at each character and you like, oh, that's like my cousin.
Exactly.
My sister going through that. And I like that they pulled women from every walk of life, somebody who you might not consider this, that, and the third, but this is what they're facing. And a really good story that you can't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Leon, you always been sexy to a lot of people. I'm trying to stay professional here. How does it feel to be considered a sex symbol? And when you are with someone, does women running up on you, trying to hug you, touch you? Like, how do you let them know that there's more to you than this gorgeous chocolate skin, that smile, and that height, and that? Look at that. Look at that.
Are you shooting your shot, poet, and you know it?
You trying to make a Black man blush.
Right? Mahogany.
You know, I don't really understand what that's about. What do you mean sex symbol? What am I? I'm a symbol for sex? Wow. What it do?
You asked my aunt, yes.
Dudes walk around saying, I want to lay on you. You know, I don't know that.
Actually, they did.
Oh,
No,
shit.
he didn't.
Excuse me.
Say that happened in real life, huh?
Yeah, you know, it's in some ways it's a blessing. In some ways it's, you know, I don't know what to do with it, you know. To be honest with you,
You just walk in it.
But I do. One thing I do have to say though, I do understand a lot what women go through, because I've been in situations where someone walked by and just pinched my butt.
Are you
know,
serious?
yeah, or or just put their hands on me, you know, or just like start rubbing on me and
Invaded
stuff
your
like that.
privacy.
And I
or
was
your
like,
space.
I said, "What you doing?" Like, yo, I'm not a statue. You know, I'm a real live human being.
Wow.
You know, and so I understand, you know, how women would feel sometimes, you know, in situations like that. But for me, you know, at the end of the day, I consider it all a blessing. You know, women have made my career, and without women, especially sisters, I wouldn't be where I am today. So, you know, I got to give them love just like they give me love.
I got to tell all three of y'all thank you. One of my biggest arguments is that I personally believe those of us that are of color, we will rally behind our folks. Y'all get to these platforms, and then now that you doing your tours and your shows, and you, Leon and the Peoples, I'll be like, can we get an interview? Oh, way too busy. And I'd be like, you ain't be way too busy.
That's
For
crazy.
the folks that were there when whoever you hold in a high regard to get your word out there are now checking for you. So I'm thankful because all three of y'all could have been like, just going to go do this, or I'm going to do this. So the fact that you showed up, not for me, but for the village that I serve, I wanted to tell you thank you, because not everybody with y'all clout, y'all star, y'all power. They do that. They don't do that anymore.
But I was booked. No.
She said,
No, I've been on part for what? 17 years. That's
It has to be.
So it's
like,
just like we go way back.
I didn't change diapers.
So,
So
you know, all my
she
kids.
done did front
Yeah.
to back.
But like,
and
it's
I love her
like-
because she's always been the
So,
same
Let me
person.
tell you, working with Mo, like it was a moment where we had shed some tears because it's like
Yeah.
I just have like even her spirit, like I just feel connected. Like I look at her,
yeah.
I promise you on stage, and she helps me even to get to my emotional place because it's such a connectedness there because she is so true to who she is and she's being so authentic that when you see the chemistry on stage, it's really real.
And it's
I
good
mean,
to work
it's
with people that
yes.
don't come in acting like they wrote the play. Like, cause you just never know. Like, this is a lot of our first time meeting each other. And you be like, how they gonna act? Cause I fight.
We know.
But I mean,
Hey, be more.
no, I'm leveling up. You know, I told you I'm growing up.
She said,
You
"I'm
had-
leveling up."
Cause I don't want to embarrass my kids.
Look.
No, but it's just like
Yeah.
everybody comes in and speaks, and I was just like, whoa, like yo, everybody's so cool and down to earth, and it's honestly when the workplace doesn't feel hostile or toxic or like, yo, what's the vibes like? It's so much easier when everybody gets along. It's not be like you have to be BFFs and stuff like that, but just somebody just say, hey, how are you today? Good morning. Oh, you doing your thing? High five. Doesn't that make it feel easier?
Yes.
It
'Cause
does.
like, it don't matter how many songs you sang or plays and movies you did. Like, every time you step out there now with social media, they be like, man, nobody cares. You feel me? So we got to make people care. Like, this is.
Yeah, people don't realize in this business, whether it's movies, television, stage, it is the most collaborative business there
Yes.
is. It's all about the
people talk.
collaboration, you know, and it doesn't matter what project you've done before. It's about the project you're
doing
on
right now.
Okay,
Absolutely.
and it's like when you see people that you work with and stuff like that, it's important to not just get along with them, but to be their partner in this
Yes.
project
Yes.
because you're only as good as the weakest link.
Mm,
Say that.
Seriously.
all attractive and intelligent. Listen, Leon. I got a birthday in January. Don't play with me. I
Connected.
appreciate that word, but it's the truth. Leon, for you rolling with a whole bunch of new sisters. How do you navigate being surrounded by all these different women and their personalities? Because I got sisters. I know how irky y'all can be.
Yeah.
Wait, you know.
You know, for me, for one thing, you got to realize I was the only male in my generation. So I grew up around women my whole life. You know, like I was telling Drew earlier, she didn't know.
He was waiting in the car for me. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, I had to put my eyelash on.
And, and I
He's
was,
like,
and I was
I
telling,
already
I said, my family owned a beauty salon. So
Oh,
like I
wow.
knew all about. I remember when I was young, you know, and girls so oh, this ain't a weave. I'm like, do you know what my family does? Don't tell me about
Oh,
fake
yeah.
hair. Okay, you know,
It's
I know
all
everything.
Brazilian right
You know
here.
what I'm
Sis was
saying?
capping.
Brazilian
I said we
curly.
be like, sis,
So yeah,
Right.
I'm always used to being around women, you know, and so it's it's actually I'm almost more comfortable, you know, just because I grew up that way.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Now, this is only one stop of many.
Yes.
What's the one piece of home that you take with you on the road because you're traveling a lot?
Good one.
Right.
Leon, answer first. So
I know. Need a little more time.
Oh God.
Probably one piece of home that I take with me. Probably I'd have to say, is that legal here yet? No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking.
It probably is.
No, the one thing I just is something simple. I take my blender.
Really?
Yeah, I make my
Oh.
smoothies.
Every,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that, but I'll take it, Drew.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm like a herbologist, so I got my oil of oregano. Because you never know, traveling, we got to be right for the people and healthy. So I got my oil of oregano in my bag. Got my ginger root. Got my vitamin C, ascorbic acid. I got my candles. Everything just make me all
Sound like a
cozy.
sexy,
and
healthy
She
time.
has like spray, like whatever you need. Like he'd be like,
Drew,
"Anybody got some
my
spray?"
Good.
Yeah,
Got my
everything.
ginseng in
Like
my
my
bag.
energy was low, like because the weather when we were rehearsing was so cold, and I was like, "Dang, I didn't bring no coat." And she made sure I had some medicine to
The
get through.
ginseng
Yeah.
on deck and a space heter.
Yeah, a space heater because we was cold.
Where
She
you
had
pull
a-
that
a
out? Never
portable
mind.
heater.
I was going to ask where you pulled it out. Never
The
mind.
piece of meat that I would say my phone because it's like my kids know I'm on the road, and I was like my separation anxiety was lit because I'm not used to being out them this long, but I was just like, dang, like I really gotta get back to it. So being able to FaceTime like that was the only piece I take from it.
Oh,
because-
thank you, technology, for not being a
Yes,
total.
like for real, that it makes a difference out here when you could just call you and they be like, "Mommy, you're our best," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
Oh, I love y'all. I'm so excited. The 25th through the 27th
Yes.
on the theater. I always mispronounce my uncle's name. Is it Jacarius or Jacarius?
Jacarius.
Jacarius.
He
That's like
told
Jacarius.
us.
You know people
Yeah.
like
Jacarius.
Jacarius.
We from
And you gotta do
Baltimore.
like
It's the
this,
first thing that
yes.
rolled
Yeah.
out. I'm going to see
Oh, that's what they
Jacarius.
got on me about. Because what was
I love you. We go do and bank loan.
I didn't hear. They was like, you just your
They tell me that here on air.
I
They be
love
like,
it.
you
I
gotta
was like, I
watch your
ain't say it like
twos
that.
and your dudes.
Yes.
I don't even talk like that. My boss be
I
like,
didn't
man.
realize it. So now I said,
Right there.
"Dude."
I just call him Jay.
I like it.
He put
That's
us in a
when you
huddle.
never
He was
mess
like,
up.
for the record, let's come in a huddle. This is
It's like
serious
Jack-
business. It's Jacarius.
like a car.
I'll never
was
mess
like,
it up
okay.
again.
All right, Jacarius. Set It Off Live, the One in Theater Village. We often talk about support. I will always leave you with this thought. Support means you actually showing up once people are in the position to show exactly just how dope we are across the board.
Yes.
Thank y'all for coming in
May I
here.
say one thing?
You-
Because I like to just address my people.
Mm-hmm.
When I say my people, I mean in brown people.
Mm.
Right.
The show starts at 8,
Ah!
not 8:30.
No, we
Not
have
it.
to start on time.
Yeah, I mean this is
It
this
will
a
start on
union.
time.
This a
At 7.
union
We should
house.
have put 7 on the
Yeah,
playlist.
you should put 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I've been in situations where
Oh man.
I was in a play one time, and this woman jumped up and said, "Oh, this is some bull. Leon didn't even show up. He ain't even here." That's because I was in the first 2 scenes and she had just came.
Oh, man.
And y'all
That's what I always
joking?
tell people.
My sisters really do that. When we meet for cocktails, parties, they tell me almost 30, 45 minutes earlier than everybody else who get there. Normally, I'm still late, but technically on time. And that is not something I should have admitted, but there
That's what
y'all
I'm
go.
about to say. Well, at least we come in clean today. Matter of fact, and then what's y'all
Listen.
social media so everybody can follow
If
us?
you don't, we
What's
got
your
this,
social media?
ma'am.
Oh, just in case, not because I know you're
So
you
folks
doing
can
like this.
So folks can pour into you.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
Yeah.
They can find me at www.justleon. And you're asking, well, you wondering about the www? It's because
That one
Love
was for
it.
you.
someone took Just Leon because that's my thing and wanted me to pay him. So I just put 3 W's in front of it
And
and
how
kept
they
it
do
moving.
it.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
That's
knew
how
it. My
people-
website, everything was Just Leon. So someone took Just Leon. I said, excuse me. They said, well, I'll sell it to you for so-and-so. I
Somebody
said,
did that to me, too.
yeah, right. So I said, I just put 3 W's in there and I just kept it moving.
They like 4 G's. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm like, you can have that.
You can have it all
Change
day.
my name anyway.
Again.
Facts. You know me.
My legal name
Seriously.
is.
Hello, that's why you don't even know my real name,
Same.
bro. No, because mine's is at the Lil Mo show, but somebody has Lil Mo. And I thought I was the only one. Like,
Wow.
I'm not buying my name big. Just,
No.
I got it tattooed on me. That's enough. Sir, hello?
Still don't prove nothing. You could
At
just be an
all. But
overzealous fan.
seriously.
Yeah, Drew, where can we
You
find
can
you?
hit me up at Drew Sador. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Yep.
at Drew Sador. You already
Juicy
know.
Dora, that's cool. So simple.
It's my name,
But you
too.
know what's so
Look,
nice
she's
about
like, and
that?
it's my name
And it's my
too.
real legal name,
Because they can
too.
write you a check. The same thing. I love
Exactly,
it like
and I
that.
go to
That's
the bank and
beautiful.
cash it all
Set
day.
It Off Live. Warner Theater, 25th through the 27th. So that's Friday through the whole weekend.
Yeah,
Don't
Saturday
be
we
late.
got
Leon
2
just told you.
shows.
Show starts at 8.
Matinee,
shows on
matinee, Saturday
Saturday.
and Sunday. Matinee, Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, for real?
Two
Yeah,
shows
man,
on Saturday. Listen,
No,
sis,
because
3
sometimes
WPGC.
you
and
have
8.
4 shows. That's 5 shows.
Mo sounded real surprised.
Just matinee on
95.5.
Saturday.
So only a matinee.
WPGC.